And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. This is fielded at the goal line. Short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Smith and the Redskins will come up now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw, Smith. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, Peterson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. And Peterson in week 3 against Green Bay, he woke back up 120 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Man, I think what you're alluding to is how his season began, right? We go back to the Arizona game to start things off at Arizona. 96 yards and a touchdown. Week 2, only 20 yards on the ground. Indianapolis bottled him up. And then he explodes against Green Bay. And throughout his career, he has exploded against Green Bay. He put 199 on him one time when he was in Minnesota. I mean, he had
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Nick Perry in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. CD, as Green Bay files their way back out here for offense, what did you take away from that loss that you called last week against Washington?
Wouldn't be surprised if they run the ball a little bit more in the future. Try and help out Aaron Rodgers in his knee. Ty Montgomery, he's the number 2 back. The number 1 guy, Jamal Williams. And right now, number 3 is Aaron Jones, but he could rise up because he's so explosive. But it's the guys out wide. Normally dependable. Weren't as much in this game, mainly Randall Cobb. Uncharacteristic drops, 2 of them. And then Lance Kendricks, their tight end, he had a big drop late in the ball game. That helped stymie their comeback.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Shakes off the side. In the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially
court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Crowder. Oh, good move. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Rodgers now on 1st down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They'll run with Montgomery. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham from 3 yards out. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Hey, gun.
On first down, Smith. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, lock in.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete as well. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Rodgers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side by Cobb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The 15 yards through the air on a first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Let's go, come on.
Rodgers now to throw on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there from 3 yards out. And the Packers add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10.
Settle down, huh?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. On second down, here's Smith. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Nick Perry in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The Redskins on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. Smith. A deep ball for Dotson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers, room to run past midfield. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 49 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
A give to Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second down, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Over here. Drive right. 26.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. And Crosby puts it through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
5. You got 50. Hey, let's settle in. Come on.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Tremont Williams. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll go again to Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On play action, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jonathan Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the interception, here's Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter.